Hello everyone, welcome to the channel The Trading Game, an educational video for you. In today's video, we'll be talking about the general scenario wherein all the traders will go through in their regular working day in the market. So, many a times, we'll be during our working days, we'll be keep on getting the call from a unknown number, and when we receive the call, the question is asked from the other side saying, "Do you trade in stock market?" And before we answer anything, they continue their questions. Where do you have your trading account, and how much you have invested, and do you trade on your own or someone else or to someone else? And after answering the above questions, the main matter gets revealed there. So we are from so and so stock research company and provides tips to traders. So generally, we'll be having a tendency of agreeing as long as there is no financial or money involved in that. So as these people initially come up saying that this is just you can take their trial version, and depending on that you can take your call, but the main thing is actually located there. So the thing is they will say it's a trial thing, and generally we agree to that. And here the main thing starts. So you can say, but first of all, how they get our number. So in today's world, the data is freely available. So they will be getting the data. So let's exactly check how exactly their modus of operandi is. So let's see that. So this is the cheating what is done by tips providers. So initially, they will get the number 1 lakh people. For example, if they get the data of 1 lakh people, so what they do is for a particular stock, they will send an buying for 50,000 people and selling for 50,000 people for the same stock. So generally, like you might be knowing in stock market, either the stock will go up or stock will go down. So in rare cases, like it will stay wherever it is, but like either of these things happen. So once what happens is if the stocks goes sell side, wherein sorry, if the stocks goes buy side, like 50,000 will people will consider that it's a good company because they are given the buying and the stock went higher. So these 50,000 people whom the sell call was given, they will drop off saying that this is a worst tip provider. And after that, what they do is whatever that 50,000 numbers were there, they will split it into two with 25,000 each. And again, on the next day, they will be giving a stock for buying and selling same stock. And again, the same thing happens here. Out of 50,000 people, 25,000 people will be right because they will be getting a sell call and the stock moves downwards. So these people say the 25,000 people who had bought it, so they consider that the initial call was a fluke, and they will just ignore the provider. Then comes the third part, wherein the 25,000 who got selected here will be divided into 12.5 and 12.5, and they will give the third call. And out of that, again, one call will become hit, either it will go upside or downside. So depending on the buy and sell. So these people will consider that the tips provider is a valid one, and because they got three consecutive hit calls. So what they do is after the trial period is over, these tip providers go back to these 12,500 people and say that see, we have given you three calls, and all the three calls got the target hit. And now they start the actual begging money from you. So you can see the number here. So you'll be surprised to see this. So like I have just see we talked about 12,500 people here, but just ignore that 11,500 people who really don't want to go with that. But think about that other 1,000 people who wants or who consider this as a good tip provider and go with their service. So they will be charging around 5,000 to 10,000 rupees. But even if we consider a lower rate of 5,000, they will be earning 50 lakh rupees for like a week or two. Okay, so this is a kind of biggest scam running on in the market in the name of tips. So just before winding up, I just wanted to ask you something. So if you guys are really good at something, do you think that you will be having a time to like do these kind of tips providing to the others? You can just mint the money from for yourself from the market. What is the real need for you to go to other people and give this trial and do whatnot and get the money from them? What is the real need? And this is just a one part, and there are other people who are into like training and all. So I'm kind of surprised to see these kind of people. Why, what is the real need for them? So you can just do it yourself, mint the money, and sitting in your own house, do all the stuff. What is the need for you to go to people and uh, get the money out of their pocket? So guys, like, I hope that you understood the meaning of the video. So please make sure that you are careful in the market before investing on someone. So it is not that easy like what the people say that they will be giving you the genuine calls. So if they are giving, so ideally they should be a millionaire, billionaire by now, which is not true. So please make sure that you don't waste your hard-earned money and yeah, even though if you are losing from your calls, it's fine because you will be learning something from it. But don't put the money from others' calls with these tips providers and whatnot because that will be of a totally no use. Even if you want to just do your call and get some learning out of it. Okay, hope that explains in this small video about how to take care of your money from these fraudsters. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. Until the next video, bye bye. See you next time. Bye. Thank you.